It's about 3 weeks before Christmas, so I'm back at Lake Macquarie for a 10-boat raid. We're heading up to the northern end of Lake Macquarie this time. I've got a question for you. What's the most popular food at Christmas time in Japan? I'll give you the answer later. Here's Luke's Jarcat. Now Luke, you came across yesterday and you had a bit of a leak.
Yeah, just a small leak.
You're right. And how did you solve that?
Bit of fiberglass last night.
Last night?
Yep, slapped together some fiberglass and she's...
Good to go?
Good to go now.
That's good.
We've put in at the historic boat ramp at Rathmines, where the Catalina flying boats were launched during the war. And about 100 metres further down, there's a jetty that can hold up to about 10 boats. Every raid seems to have a challenge, and today it's the heat. It's already in the mid-30s and it's only 9:30 in the morning.
Yeah, stinking hot.
Nothing in here, it must be.
Your bloody air conditioner and yeah, carry on.
Got a dehumidifier, it'll be running.
Yeah, yeah. Oh. Well, I'm leaving the firewood in the car because I think it's a total fire ban today.
The plan is to head up to the northern end of Lake Macquarie into a northeasterly, stop at Bolton Point for lunch, and then head back with the wind behind us all the way to Pulbar Island, where we intend to shelter at the northern end to avoid the southerly that's coming tonight.
I've got one in. Thanks for letting me catch up. It's Chris and his Michael Storer combi canoe. My wife's fruitcake, very good. There's a lot of brandy in it. Delicious. I should say thank you to all those wives and partners out there that let us go sailing. You've got to have an understanding partner if you're going away all the time sailing. So thank you very much, understanding partners.
Nico and the boys look like they're having a great father and son's weekend aboard the very fast Ross 480.
That's the Sand Isles over there where we've stayed a few times. Yeah, we're going along quite nicely. There's probably only, I don't know, 5 or 6 knots of breeze, not a lot, but we're moving, all right. Probably doing 2-3 knots through the water. I know I keep saying it, but we are blessed in Australia with good weather a lot of the time. In fact, today it's meant to be about 40. It's a total fire ban, and as you know, in Australia we suffer from bushfires or floods. Well, this summer it's going to be bushfires, I think. So we're 10 days into summer, and I think we've already had 2 total fire bans in New South Wales. It's not too bad because we're on the boat with the breeze, but as soon as the wind stops, it's really hot. We're going to have to tack up here. The mozzies from last night are now a distant memory, and I can't feel the bites anymore. There were a lot of mozzies last night. Even though I had a mozzie net, they still somehow managed to get inside Cape Louise. Very annoying. All night long. This is very pleasant. So the wind's picked up a bit, so I've just put a double reef in. Definitely pick up. Coming up to our lunch stop at Bolton Point, the north end of Lake Macquarie. Haven't been this far up before, so quite interesting up here. It's a lot more residential up this end, but we've had a great sail, fantastic sail. But it's very hot. I can't wait to have a swim. Oh, we just had a nice little lunch stop there at Bolton Beach, or Bolton Point, I think it is. I'm just heading back now, and it should be, if the wind stays in the right direction, be a run all the way back, which would be good, because it's still extremely hot. Did I say it was hot? It's extremely hot. There's not a lot of wind, and it's hot, very hot. Hopefully the wind will kick in a bit. It's meant to be 40 degrees today, and it feels every degree of it. So at last the wind's filled in a bit. We're going along quite nicely now, probably doing 3 knots, maybe 4. And it's a bit cool with the wind. Flying along now, probably doing 4 or 5 knots, I'd say.
Fast, but not fast enough to keep up with some foiling moths.
I don't think Cape Louise has ever been this fast. It's quite impressive. I think we were probably doing 6 or 7 knots, I think. You know, I didn't have my GPS on watch, but my God, absolutely flying. Absolutely flying. That's Pool Bar Island where we're heading, which is in the wind at the moment, but tonight there's meant to be a southerly coming. It's come from the other direction, so we should be protected in there. We've made it to the northern side of Pool Bar Island, and you might wonder why we're on this side, because the wind's blowing straight in here and it's pretty choppy. Well, mainly because it's meant to change to the southerly later on tonight, and that's meant to be very strong, so we should be protected here if it's coming from that direction. However, we've got to sit it out for a bit. Rick's gone over there and stolen a mooring behind Wanji Wanji. I think Mark's gone around the other side just to get out of the wind a bit. And Chris in his combi canoe is drifting across here somewhere. I can't quite see him, but I think he's okay because he did call in. Hopefully it will drop before 9 o'clock tonight. Anyway, Kate Louise has never been that fast, and it was quite exciting. My knuckles were white for a bit, but now the colour's come back, so it's okay. But yeah, it's good fun, very good fun. It's only 4 o'clock, so we probably got all the way down the lake in 2 hours or thereabouts, which is pretty amazing. Anyway, it is a bit windy. Did I say that?
No pressure.
No. So you'll probably get it right this time.
Well,
Well, as you can probably hear, it's still quite rough. The wind's still blowing in from the north. It's going to switch around to the south later on. It did drop a bit, then it's picked up again. So I'm only 10 metres from the beach, but we're going all over the place. Anyway, time for dinner. Yes, I know you've been looking forward to this. Actually, I'm quite hungry. And yes, I've done this before, so I do apologise in advance if you've seen this before. But anyway, tonight I'm going to have Pasta Sensations aged cheddar with parmesan and chives, some tomatoes, cherry tomatoes, some spinach, and I've got a tin of salmon somewhere. I'm going to put a tin of salmon in it. It should be quite nice. I've just added the tomatoes. Now I'm going to add the salmon. Very good. I know I say it's very good a lot, but it's quite good. Put the spinach in a bit later. It takes about 10 or 15 minutes. Pretty quick. Easy on the boat. Some of the spinach does look a bit manky, but it was 40 degrees today, so with no ice, that's to be expected. I think it's okay though. So another 5 minutes and it should be done. And on days like today, my pot secure hack is definitely worth it. So there you go, it's just as good, if not better, than a pre-packaged, commercially available dehydrated meal. Only this one's got fresh tomatoes, fresh spinach, and the salmon's with lemon, so it tastes really good. This wind's not dying down. It should die down relatively soon, but it's pretty noisy, as you can probably hear. So I think I've mentioned this before, but the camping scourer my daughter gave me is really, really useful. Good enough for another day. And what's to follow for dessert? Well, another slice of my wife's delicious fruit cake, and it doubles as a birthday cake because it's my birthday tomorrow. I forgot to mention I got here early on Friday so I could go over to the Classic Boat Association boat shed, which is at Rathmines near the ramp, to get an update on Steve's build of the Selway Fisher ptarmigan, and it's coming along really well.
The cabin structure is beginning to take shape, and speaking as someone with a cuddy cabin on Cape Louise, I'm suffering extreme cabin envy.
And how tall are you? You must be 6 foot something. 6'2". The cabin is huge.
It is, it's beautiful.
Yeah,
No claustrophobia here.
I know you said last time, was it 4'7" or something like that? Yeah, God, it's absolutely enormous. And it's coming on really well.
And the fact that we've done the camber roof instead of the 3 panels,
Yeah.
I think raises it out here. We've raised it 60 mil.
So what originally, it would have been flat panels, would it?
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's much nicer with curves.
Oh yeah.
It's all hoop pine, you were saying.
Yeah. There's a few bits of pine
Yeah.
here and there, but most of it's just hoop pine.
Steve has also added a camber to the deck, rather than the flat deck stated on the plans.
But the floor's coming to here, the floorboards, and it'll be open in front of it. There'll be an electric bilge pump there, and a pickup for a hand bilge pump on that side.
And to have the self-draining cockpit, it wasn't really going to work because it would lose too much height.
The water line's here somewhere.
Right.
Well, that's the water line near there.
Yeah.
So I would have meant my knees wrap around my chin.
Well, it's so enclosed. You're going to feel so safe.
A lot more secure and comfortable.
Yes, absolutely.
Sheltered from the wind.
Any nearer to a finishing date yet, do you think?
We're sort of guessing maybe Easter.
You can get it done before Easter. Like, I thought you were saying January.
Yeah, but I'm sick of saying that and going over it.
Yeah, but which January?
So if we say Easter,
Yeah.
maybe this Easter.
Frank, you're the dog's body or the sheep labour here.
I am the apprentice dog body, yes.
Yes.
But I'm learning a lot, which is the whole point.
Yeah,
And
fantastic.
it's great to be part of this wonderful project.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I can't wait to see it in the water.
it's going to be fabulous.
There's nothing quite like building a boat. I'm very envious.
Well, it's my first time. I'm a landlubber, you know.
Yeah.
And so working on a boat is just
Fantastic.
It's just the best.
Good morning. Well, the Southerly came through at about, I don't know, woke me up anyway, just suddenly hit and was pretty strong for quite a long time. A little bit of rain, but not too much. But the wind was pretty strong. Bounced around a lot. But I didn't drag the anchor, so it was good. All the anchor did drag, so that was good. I think of a couple of guys that actually slept ashore because it was just too bouncy. But yeah, and then it quietened down for probably about 3. I don't think I slept that much. But there were no mozzies last night because it was just too windy. Anyway, get up and put the coffee on.
I was just talking to Ben, and he was telling me last night there was more excitement than just the storm coming through, or the southerly. He said a guy came over and put a whole lot of crab pots over there, and then half an hour later a different boat came and pinched them all. And that's all while the storm's going on. It is very English weather. It's good coffee. It's beginning to rain again. I have to put the roof back on. So it's still a bit drizzly. I'm just making scrambled eggs for breakfast. I think the spinach is past it now, so I'm just going with tomatoes. Ben, I believe you've got a new purchase.
Yeah, it's a secret. It's
But you'll have to explain what a secret is. but-
okay. Secret's actually a type of boat. It's so it's not actually a secret. I bought this larger boat, so I thought it was time to go bigger.
You've got a shimmy now, which is a Scuffie
Yeah,
boat, which
yeah.
is the smallest one. I've got a Stornoway, which is a Scuffie boat, and the Secret's a Scuffie boat too, but a bit bigger.
It's a 20 foot, and it's a gaff cutter rig.
Yeah.
So I wanted to do a bit more adventurous sailing.
And where did you get it from?
Penguin in Tasmania. So Tassie's an island. So yeah, so it's like drive for a day, jump on a ferry, then hop off the ferry the next morning, pick up the boat, tow the boat onto the ferry, and then 2 days coming back.
And how much do you reckon that cost?
I did add it up, $3,000.
Wow.
So that's to go down with my car, $400.
Yeah.
To bring the boat back up, $1,200.
Yeah.
And then the fuel.
Yeah.
Towing it back up, because fuel these days is not cheap.
No, it's not. It's not like America. Yeah. It's expensive here.
I'm not going to have it on the water before August next year. So there's a good 6 months sanding, painting, fixing.
Yeah.
So I did get it for a good price.
And they don't come up that often, do they?
No,
really?
No, they don't.
Not a secret. You get a few stornaways, but secrets are a bit bigger.
Yeah.
Oh, well, Derek, the designer, will be very excited.
Well, he might not be so happy that I'm not buying a kit.
No,
because I was tossing up a building one. But I thought, well, I mean, there's a used one on the market, just needs a bit of fixing up.
Yeah.
So I'll get that one. The owner was, I guess, sad to see it go, but it was necessary.
Yeah. You're just the new caretaker for it.
That's right. He's wanting to fix it up, but family commitments just meant he didn't have the time.
Yeah.
He is a viewer on your channel and is looking forward to
seeing it. Yeah. Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
So this is Ben's shimmy,
which he's been restoring. He's repainted the hull, but he's still got the bright work to go.
I think it's going to be a nice day. I had a look. It's going to be 7 or 8 knots, south-southwest.
Building a bit later, they were saying. I just listened to a lot of radio weather.
Really?
Just sort of saying, still only,
Morning, Chris.
Good morning.
How'd you go in your Hennessy hammock?
Oh, we're all out a bit, but
Yeah.
not too bad. So I started off tonight with the fly tied up
Yeah.
in ventilation, and then when all the breeze came, it was flapping like that. Had to get up and tie it down a bit more.
John was saying he could hear branches falling. Did you hear any tree branches falling?
No, I just pretended that wasn't going to happen. But I was under casuarinas, so
Yeah.
I think they'll be pretty safe.
They're pretty good, yeah. You need to get a bilge pump.
Yes. Yeah, if I just had a little switch I could flick and start pumping water out as I was going along would be a big improvement, I think.
Yeah.
Blowy last night?
A little bit blowy, yes. Did you fare okay?
Oh, a bit bumpy. I had to get up and change the anchor once, but
Did it drag?
no, I just didn't have enough. The back of the boat was just hitting them.
Oh, right.
So
Yeah.
I had to move it out just a little bit.
Yeah.
But other than that,
Because
not too bad.
that southerly lasted for quite a while, didn't it?
Yeah, it went nearly all night.
Yeah. I thought it was just going to come and go straight through, but it didn't.
Yeah. No, it was definitely a good one, and it lasted. So
Yeah.
it makes sleep a little bit hard sometimes.
But it seems to be clearing up now, which is good. We've got to go back down that way.
A nice gentle tailwind.
Well, hopefully. It said south-southwest, but Bruce was saying it's going to swing round to the east a bit later.
Yeah.
And it might get a bit stronger. Yeah, so that's where we were last night. Pretty good spot. It wasn't as protected as we thought, but we all survived. Now we're back on the water. It's probably about 9:30, something like that. The rain has stopped, hopefully. It's meant to be 7 or 8 knots. Probably only 4 or 5 at the moment, but that's all right. Anyway, it's all good fun. Rick in his Drascombe longboat. I think the wind's dropping a bit.
Yes, this is a gentleman's sailback. Very pleasant. Earlier I asked you what was the most popular food in Japan at Christmas time. And Gary, I know you probably know the answer to this as you live in Japan. Well, the answer is KFC. Yeah, KFC chicken. That's the most popular thing in Japan on Christmas Day. Yes, apparently the Japanese love it. And over there is Styles Point, where we were on the first night. And the Lake Macquarie Trailer Sailor Association have got their Christmas get-together there. They had a race yesterday. Looks like they're having a quiet day today. But gee, the mozzies were bad that first night we were there. So thank you for watching Sailing Kate Louise. And as always, I'll see you on the water somewhere next time.